Hey, this is the Great Lugia, and time for finally part 15 of my Pokemon Rijon Adventures go-through. I remember trying this a couple of days back, but didn't turn out too well. There was a lot of noise, all that. So basically I'm going to retry it again, and I wasn't really in the mood to do it until now. And I'm not saying I'll be uploading at a regular basis, definitely more often than I have been. But again, I'm pretty busy right now, have a lot of appointments and all that. So here's a bug catcher. Bug catcher Rod. Rod's a kind of odd name. And then here's his Sunkern, which is odd. He's a bug catcher, but he doesn't have a bug Pokemon. Well, he does, but 3 of his 4 Pokemon aren't even bug types. What kind of bug catcher are you? Must be bad at his job or something. I don't know. Or maybe he just doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's depressed. All he does is wave the net around. But he never gets anything. Think about it. Think about it. Anyways, here's a Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, cool, but again, bug catcher doesn't make much sense. And it uses poison powder like a prick. Note I said prick, not the other thing. And so, Charmeleon 1 KOs to no surprise at all. And now, as an execute, another Pokemon that isn't bug. For some reason. And I just do the bait and switch again. But Vaporeon is growing levels pretty well. It's already level 12. And the wild Pokemon are around level 15-ish. So it is able to fend for itself, assuming it's not against a bug catcher with all grass types. Or the bug catcher's last Pokemon, but you'll see that. And Charmeleon uses Ember. I think it 1 KOs. Yeah, it does. It's been a while since I recorded this, actually. And so, yeah, here's a Beedrill. And finally a Pokemon that makes sense for a bug catcher. It's level 16. I just decided to go for Water Pulse. It uses Focus Energy, doesn't do anything, doesn't matter in the slightest. But to my surprise, Water Pulse does like nothing. It's not even a 3 KO. I forget if Beedrill have high special defense or something, because at least I don't think they do, but I'm not sure. Then Fury Attack or whatever it used missed, and Charmeleon is hurt by poison. Ember 1 KOs Beedrill. Vaporeon grows to level 13. Woo! Good stuff. And so, now I just look to see if I have items. Turns out I don't really have any good items to heal status conditions, because I prefer full heals over everything else. Don't like getting a ton of antidotes, ton of paralyze heals, tons of ice heals, tons of burn heals, that stuff. I'd just rather get a lot of full heals. And since we were right above that route, I just decided to, right above the city, I just decided to go and heal the Pokemon. Because the Pokemons need healings, or something, or something like that, I don't know. And here's a wild Pokemon that I'm not going to be like much. Oddish. And I run, of course, because Oddish are annoying. I'm second. Now it's serious. Word of advice, lady. Nobody wants to be a number 1. And nobody wants to be a number 2 either. If you don't get that joke, just don't ask, please. And I use Water Pulse on Cleffa, And thankfully it gets confused and hits itself, which is nice. And Cluffa goes down. And now she sends out Meryl. And for some reason I did that. Must have been a misclick. And here's a Meryl. And I can't wait until Vaporeon gets like some other move. Because it's just getting a bit annoying now. Because all it has is like Water Pulse. Don't get me wrong, that's a really good move. Certainly beats Water Gun, but... well, you'll see. Well, first off, there's a lot of water types. And a lot of grass types, so it's completely useless against them. I mean, even Pokemon like Kadabra, it has Thief at least, and Charmeleon has Ember, it still has Scratch and Metal Claw, which certainly help. Now here's a Wooper, and another Pokemon I'm not good against, because I'm pretty sure Wooper can have Water Absorb. It's been a while since I used a Wooper, though. Wooper uses Slam, doesn't do anything. Kadabra uses Confusion. And when it KOs the Wooper. Wonderful. And... how could I lose? Because you're not a good trainer? And here's Youngster Arnold, and he has a Natu, which is cool. Natu are cool Pokemon. And so are Xatu. Something about how Natu looks, I've always loved. And Water Pulse 2 at KOs, so... yeah, Natu's down. And yeah, this area is pretty much just like Nugget Bridge, except it's not a bridge. It's grass. And here's a Slackoth, and I'm just curious, so I decide to Water Pulse. And it does a lot of damage, and Slackoth uses Scratch, gets a crit, unfortunately. But doesn't matter much in the long run. And so, yeah, Vaporeon levels up. Not levels up, gets experience. And so, here's another trainer. I'm number 4. Getting tired? Well, I'm tired, but my Pokemon aren't. And here's a Skitty. And... I've always thought Skitty were sort of like a crossbreed between Meowth and Aipom. Because they're cats like Meowth, but like Aipom, they have that weird 3-pronged tail thing. And Skitty goes down easily. Vaporeon now levels up, goes to level 15. And here's a Cacnea, and again, I do that by mistake. And yeah, Cacnea. If I find a Cacnea, I might use it, but so far I think all of the wild Pokemon I've seen are, whatchamacallit, from Kanto. You know, original 150, all that. I'll say 151 if I see Mew. And I don't know if Mew is even in this game, so... So Charmeleon levels up now, which is useful. And here's the last trainer. And he's exactly like the trainer at the end of Nugget Bridge. He's like, I'll number 5, I'll stomp you. He has the same phrase. And he has the same name. And he has the same Pokemon. They both have a level 18 Mankey and nothing else. And so Vaporeon goes for a Water Pulse, and I'm pretty sure 2 it KOs. Yeah, Mankey uses Leer, which doesn't matter at all. Because it's going to get KO'd next turn. Actually, never mind. It uses Low Kick. Oh yeah, I forgot that Vaporeon has the Quick Claw, which certainly helps. Because I'm confused how Vaporeon would outspeed a Mankey that's a few levels above it. And so yeah, I don't really want to risk battling this guy yet. Just because, whatchamacallit, he might have a couple of Pokemon. And we'll battle him next time, and also continue heading to Osuwari City, I believe it's called, through the something maze, even though it's not really a maze. Alright?